All right, a little bit different than the usual intro. For these next sets of heats, we had a bit of an open mic on the Discord channel where four different commentators basically were all able to share their views on ships and commentate as the matches went on. Hope you enjoy it. All right. So the next one is going to be the newly revised Victory class, which has considerably more firepower against the Varangian Guard, which we worked on trying to get it, here we are, to be able to more consistently bring its missiles into bear, and we fixed the AI issues. You can't use caps lock to zoom super far when the game's paused. Okay, so some of the cheeky little changes. The missile pods are now on 2-axis turrets, so they can do a little bit of elevation compensation, and it's been kind of hollowed out around them. They've got this metal post going down. Added some...
I love that Dazzler camo.
Roll control. This camo is... It's cool, but man, is it hard to look at sometimes.
That's the idea.
I know it is. It works too well, man.
So the submarines couldn't tell which way the ship was facing.
Right. Yeah, I can hardly tell which direction I'm facing if I go by it fast enough. I actually ran into that problem when I was looking at the internals to try to figure out what was going on with the missiles and stuff. When I was replacing stuff, and you know how when you're doing like 4-meter beams, it just zooms you forward? Yeah, totally got lost. Added some redundant propulsion on it. Fixed the firing restrictions on the turrets so that they don't get stuck. Although I didn't notice this one here. I guess it's still going to get an angle to shoot every once in a while. And then it's going up against the revised Victory class, where we decided that the answer was to have a lot more turrets. I love the deco that they did back here. This is such a good looking turret.
I've done some stuff like that.
Such a good looking turret. It's such a good idea. I never thought to do that. Like, it looks like a proper breach for like an artillery piece. It's just great. But yeah, I kind of had gotten back with Sam's and recommended that we try to use some of the extra material they had and convert it basically into firepower. And this was the result of a little bit of a back and forth. Lots more of the secondaries, a whole handful of howitzers. It's a little bit less likely to sink now. I think the belt armor is a little bit thicker too. Another good-looking ship also. I love how it's got multiple tiers of width and tiers of height going on. The front bridge actually manages to be pretty convincing for a small ship like this. It looks good. Would you guys like to go ahead and see how things go?
Yeah. Let her rip.
All right. Let's see if see what the first volley of missiles from the Guard look like. Missiles? Oh no, are they stuck in the water? I think I see them. Yep. That still does happen on occasion. There's the second.
There's a few of them that are hit in the back.
Yeah. They are still unguided rockets, so it kind of all depends on where the aim point aims them, right? If they aim for the front of the ship, they're probably going to hit. If they aim for the rear of the ship, they're not going to hit. There's another couple.
That seemed a bit more center of mass there.
Well, the first few did. I'm not sure what happened afterwards. Looks like
it might have just switched targets like halfway through firing them.
You never know. From the depths, AI, man. I'm not sure what the target prioritization is like on it. I imagine setting it to target clusters of blocks would help. Oh, there's a couple good shots. Yeah. All right.
Maybe it's spray and pray.
Exactly. Victory class actually doing a lot better than its first showing already. Looks like it's lost 2 turrets so far, but has quite a few more still firing. Take a look over at the guard and see how it's doing. I don't think that one's gonna hit. Wow, actually it still has a fair bit of its missile firepower. A little bit of damage to the turrets. Not bad. You know, actually, with the amount of guns both of these were packing, I'm kind of surprised at how little damage has been done 2 minutes in. They're really close in percent.
Usually the problem with too many guns on a material limit is the individual guns don't have as much power. At least that's my experience with them. So they can look impressive, but substantial hits is a bit rarer to come by.
Yeah, it was really weird. The material limit, you almost had to spend it on more expensive things like firepower if you wanted to hit it. Because if you just did like a big block of armor, you'd hit the volume limit and have, where are those going? And have an enormous amount
apparently.
Material left.
That is something that's very frustrating about trying to put together one of these tournaments, is you want to give people enough volume and materials to be able to do what they need to do. But of course, the more experienced players, they don't need all of it.
Yes. Ooh, that was actually a good hit. Yeah,
So it's a very fine line that could be difficult to walk.
Oh, extremely. No, I agree. It was, and this one, just with the, you also, you know, you couldn't sink the extra material into heavy armor or, you know, all the usual suspects. Looks like the victory class is switching broadsides up now too. I think that's what the
Probably a good idea.
yeah.
Looked like most of the weapons got wrecked on one side.
Oh yeah, we got a fresh side here too. Oh, why are we in the water? Bonk.
Probably just hit a wave or something.
I think so.
I wonder what a tournament would look like if they had a resource limit of 50.
50k?
No,
Just 50.
50.
That isn't not enough for an AI.
No, it isn't.
It would be challenging.
I think AI is like, what, 800 materials?
AI is 300.
Okay, 500. How about that?
You know, it reminds me,
500.
there was a micro tank tournament a few years back, I think. I forget what the material limit on it was. It was like,
Fish is correct, it is 300. Okay. Don't know where I got the 800 number from.
yeah, it's
Probably used to be. Go ahead.
it's a lot, but it's not quite that much. But they're very expensive. I forget what the limit was. I think it's unlisted now on YouTube.
Well, nowadays we're probably looking at like maybe a couple of thousand for a micro vehicle. At least one that can actually do something, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go back. Since they've been done before, it might be easier to kind of cheat a little bit and use them as a baseline. It looks like the guard is pulling ahead a little bit, but these two might actually run out the time just fighting each other. That is unexpected. I almost wonder if those short-range torpedoes might work better, or, well, the short-range rockets might work better as torpedoes.
That was kind of like the first Rocky movie.
A little bit.
Go in the distance, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. I got what you meant. This is... I'm surprised, although it looks like the no, the Varangian is not dead in the water.
Yeah, they're both moving. I thought that might have been the case too, but here we are.
Yeah, it's slow, but it is not dead in the water. Wow, I'm amazed at the durability of these two, at least against each other's armaments. I think the Cringe, the Varangian Guard, I think it has max caliber APS, APHE rounds. So it's not like it's shooting with anything too terribly small either. Oh, well, there went some of the superstructure. Wow, yeah, look at the turret. That thing's pretty darn well armored.
I was just thinking, if you had a tournament between human-controlled ramming canoes, basically, you could have very small resource limits.
Yes, you could.
I would think.
That'd be kind of fun, a bumper cars tournament.
That would be.
Ooh, a melee tournament.
Yeah, multiplayer
yeah.
bumper car melee tournament. Little microcraft, just trying to get each other. Do player controls. That could actually be pretty fun. Chaotic as all heck, but... Wow.
I'd like to see it.
I mean, yeah. The hardest thing would be trying to coordinate the multiplayer and keep it from misbehaving, I think. Well, that's time, and they both weathered each other's firepower spectacularly well. That's...
Indeed.
Huh. I mean, there are 5 repair bots, granted, but... Wow, okay. 2 exceedingly durable entries now.